I am standing here at the conclusion of the third annual WOCAN luncheon, and we'll call it a whole event now. Kerri and Ashley, I mean, wow. Like, I'm standing here just amazed, grateful for the leadership that you all have had with the rest of the founders, and just the ability to draw together a community. I want to hear from you first, Kerri, on this event in particular. Of I think now you've had like 4 in-person events, including the one at ASOTU. What do you think made this one in particular special, and maybe set it apart differently? Maybe not better or worse, but just special or different than the others?
Well, I think people are more aware of WOCAN now. They're more aware of this luncheon. You know, the first year we had the event, we had about 80 women, and a lot of women just had never heard of us at this NAMAD convention.
Yeah.
And so now we're in year 3, and it's built momentum. We were turning away people, unfortunately, this time. So so next year we're going to dream a little bigger, get a bigger space, because the need is there. I think that's what it says. I think we're resonating. I think our authenticity just attracts people. It draws people.
Absolutely. One of the core tenets that you've been really after for so long is mentorship and education. And I saw some sashes coming out of here, and I've also seen some mentorship relationships formed. Talk a little bit about the education and mentorship that you are giving people through the WOCAN community.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy for us to just talk about our challenges as women of color, but that doesn't do much in terms of making progress. Right. And so for us, we want to offer also the tools, the resources, so that women of color can continue to level up. And so the Leadership Academy was one big thing. We did that with Solera. They use their Leadership Academy, they use it with their employees, with our WOCAN members. And it was amazing because some of these women have never been through any kind of leadership training.
Wow.
They've never had any kind of assessment of themselves. And so you take it for granted when you have been in those kind of classes, the value it is, and also just having the little mini graduation.
Yeah.
It means something to them, because
Yeah.
I think they're going to go back to their workplaces with more confidence and kind of that badge of honor that, like, I'm a leader. I've been trained as a leader.
That's really cool. Ashley, you have come on board, and really, I think it's really interesting. There's like a bunch of marketers as a part of this, right? It's like, what are we going to do? We're going to build a community. We're going to tell everyone about it. We're going to call them to something. We're going to market the heck out of it, right? Has been formed around this, but especially you and Allie coming in and girding along the calling of more people to this and sharing the stories. What has it been like to kind of like grow that audience, build and share the stories to the point of being able to sell out an event like this and organize something like that?
It's unreal, to be honest. When Kerri invited me on to be part of the leadership board as member engagement, we were at 350 members, and that was in 2022. So we're looking at 2 years ago, and now we've crossed over to 1,000 members.
Oh,
and
wow.
It's
Congrats.
amazing to see that community build and the relationships that are forming out of it. And then bringing in, as soon as I got in and I was working with Kerri on projects, I'm like, we can't do this alone. Like, we have full-time jobs, and these are our passion projects, and there is such a need for it, but we need some other help. And so that's when we brought in people like Allie, people like Erica and Mabel and Sandy, and all of our committee who helps us continue the day-to-day part of it. And it's incredible to see it all come together. And then coming out today, we talk about this luncheon, and Kerri and I laugh about it because she's like, even with the ASOTU breakfast, we're like, it's going to be like 30 people. And I'm like, no, we're going for 50.
Right.
And then we go to the luncheon, right? And she's like, I mean, we were 100, maybe 110. I'm like, 150.
Yeah.
Let's meet in the middle, 130, right? But it's awesome to see that.
Amazing.
And then it's also like, gosh, darn it, like, I wish I could let these women in. There's obviously a need for it. We were up at the registration tables yesterday, and people were like, is this where the women's event is? And so it's awesome to see that the word is getting out, and people want to see it. They want to support us because we are a nonprofit and we can't do this without our sponsors, and they want to support the cause that we're working for.
Yeah, one of the things that I think you all see very similar in the way that ASOTU feels is bringing in outside voices that give us a perspective outside of the vertical that we just kind of like live in day out, and open our eyes to what's possible in the world. And you were able to connect with a really, really neat speaker. Talk a little bit about how that connection happened and then how encouraging that was today.
I mean, what a dream of a keynote speaker. Nelly Galan, first Latina U.S. like television network president of Telemundo, right? Like being able to have that history. She's breaking glass ceilings constantly. And we were talking about like, you know, what are we looking for in our keynote speaker? We had reached out to a few people, and I put like, I'm like, I don't know if she's going to answer. I've been following her for a while. I've been inspired by her. Let me just shoot my shot. Let's see what happens. And I wrote her a message, and I told her about who we are at WOCAN and what we had going on in Miami. And she's like, Ashley, I love what you're doing. Here's my email address. Shoot me some more information.
Amazing.
And we were like, oh, we're not going to be able to afford her. We were like, okay, we got contact. Can we afford her, right? But she was like amazing through the whole process. And even today, she's like, I want to hang out. I want to see what's going on at NAMAD. I want to learn more about what y'all are doing. Yeah, she's staying at NAMAD to hang out and just explore what's happening in the automotive industry for somebody who is completely out of it. And to see the community that we have here, she left inspired as much as we were inspired by her.
Yep. I love that, because you see these people come into auto and they're like, wow, this is an incredible community. And so the more we build community that can show that off to the rest of the world, it's going to be great. So to both of you and to the entire WOCAN organization, thanks for having us again. And thanks for celebrating all of this together with us. Kudos.
Well, and congratulations as the 2024 Ally of the Year. You're only the third.
Wow, that's
third
cool.
to win that. Right, third and fourth, I guess, if there's two of you.
Yeah, Paul, he's
right. So congratulations. You should be honored.
Thank you so much.